What came first, the show or the sets? It doesn't matter, they're both shit. Today on episode 4 of Shipbricks, we're going to be taking a look at Series 7 medieval-themed Mixels. The trio that comprises the medieval lineup includes Paladum, the buck-toothed horse, Camillot, the walking head, and Mixadel, the angsty one who likes to break things. We'll also look at their combined form, Medivals Max, what you get when two first cousins fall in love. Disclaimer, I tried to watch the show, but I couldn't get past the first 2 minutes. So this review will not take into account anything that happens in the show, including the look of the characters. First, let's look at Paladum. The only reason I decided to get these Mixels is because of Paladum and his pieces. Something that really is striking about him is the 1x1 curved tile pieces that they use for his teeth. They are really useful for mocks, and I had to have him for this reason. I also wanted to know how they got his eye to look so weird. I thought that it must have been a new piece. It turns out it was all an optical illusion caused by them printing the eyeball off-center. Kind of disappointing, but at least now I know. These two features serve a higher purpose though, and that's hiding Paladum's very, very big flaw, and that's his feet. The feet are awful. The orientation of the back feet is awkward. They jut out and they just don't look good. The simple solution I found? Turn them 90 degrees so they face forward. It's so easy, I don't get why Lego didn't do it to begin with. It looks way more natural, especially in relation to the front feet, which are already pointing forward. And only forward. There is no natural looking articulation in the front feet whatsoever. They can only move slightly forward and slightly back. And if you move them too much, Paladum will topple over. Paladum is the only one in this collection that comes with a Nixel, and honestly, I don't have any complaints about this little guy. Other than that, I wish there were way more of him. I would really like an army of these little guys. They're so cute. Next, there's Camillot. From afar, this guy looked pretty good. The little 1x1 cone made him look like he had a nose-mouth combination like Cupid, and I really liked it. Then I built him and saw that it was just a nose, and what I thought was his body was actually his lower jaw. I really wish that wasn't the case, as he would have looked much better the other way. The execution isn't done especially well either. I found his teeth to be too low inside his mouth, making it hard to actually see them. The addition of a 1x2 plate underneath would have helped fix this. His left arm is also difficult to reposition as the cylinder piece rotates and makes grasping it to move it harder than it needs to be. I would have preferred a different build for the arm. Mixadel surprisingly wound up being my favorite out of the three. His chomping action is entertaining and his projectile launcher looks rather natural the way it's built into him. He does suffer from one of the same issues as the other two though, in that he's somewhat top-heavy and has a tendency to toppling over. Some heftier legs might have helped prevent this. Mixadel also has one more tiny flaw in that he only comes with one projectile. So if you lose it, you're fucked. You need to use something else from another set at that point. It's kind of annoying, and I wish that it had come with multiples, like most other sets do. Once you're done building Paladum, Camillot, and Mixadel, you can break them down and combine their pieces to make Medivals Max. If this thing could talk, it'd be saying kill me. Or at least it would if the Joker hadn't gotten to him first. His upper and lower jaws are not connected to each other in any way. This makes it so you can face his upper jaw all the way up and his lower jaw all the way down. It's really unsettling to look at from certain angles. I also feel like this build could have been better. You're left with a lot of extra pieces once you've completed building him. In fact, there are so many extra pieces left, you could use them to build an entire additional Mixel creature. I don't get why more pieces weren't utilized in Medieval Max's final form. It seems like a real missed opportunity to make something genuinely maximized. I think most people would agree that Mixels exist for the sole purpose of shutting kids up. Mixels aren't great. They're basically the Frankenstein's monster of the Lego lineup. They provide short-term entertainment for a small cost. They keep kids happy and quiet long enough for parents to do their errands, drink, or have some downtime. If you're a parent and you want some peace and quiet, spend $5 and get your kids a Mixel. Or put the Mixel show on and hope they have more than 5 brain cells when you get back. I'm done!